Okay, I'm doing hopefully another video. My hands are so cold right now. Okay, so a couple things I want to say is safety with kids. Cell phone safety with kids. Make sure you know what your kids are doing on their cell phone. There's plenty of apps to check and see what your kids are doing. Talk to your kids about the safeties of using their phone. Sexting. Tell them that is inappropriate. When you're an adult, you do what you want, but when you're a kid, you no. Sexting, sending nudes. Explain to them that you may need to find out the laws in your state, but explain to them that it is illegal or it's child porn if they're sending it to a child and they're like 17, 18. I don't know. It depends on the state what your legal age to be charged with that is. That it's not okay. It's not appropriate. Also, check what they're saying actually in the text messages in their Snapchat because you can actually message each other back and forth. Find out what they're saying because sometimes they're friends with people that they don't really know, and so these people will start asking them, "What school do you go to? Oh, what street do you live on?" Da 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 da, and then they get information, too much information. And like I have said to my kids, because we have dealt with stuff, we have had friends deal with things, family deal with things. One thing that we have said to our kids is, I don't want to be on the 10 o'clock news begging for your life back or begging for you back and praying to God he they give you back to us alive. So check that. There's plenty of apps out there to help you monitor what your kids are doing. So check what they're actually saying in their text messages. Check what they're actually sending. Check their social media. And check and make sure, like on Instagram and stuff, check the comments and stuff because some kids are putting their cell phone numbers out there on the picture for these complete strangers to see. And yeah, some of them have privacy settings and some of them don't. Or some of them will say they do. And sometimes it's an honest mistake. It gets slipped, it gets missed. And so one picture will be out there, but not all of them. So just, watch it, check it, make sure. It's not a bad thing. There's plenty of apps. We have a Norton app on ours where we can actually see all the text messages sent and everything. Apple is actually probably the best and most parent friendly one because you can take things away with the Apple Store. And then with the Norton, you can actually take things off too. We have for our kids, on their Apple phones, it's all hooked into the same iTunes account, so dad can take things off just willy-nilly anytime. So, and then they earn it back by what they do. So, it worked best for us. I'm not particularly a huge fan of Apple, but it worked for us because it's what the kids have, it's what the kids are doing. I'm not worried about it. I know that they're safe, they're taken care of, and we can pull stuff off and shut that phone down if we need to. So, just be aware. Watch what your kids are doing. Watch what your kids are saying. If you have a computer, there are plenty of free websites out there, paid websites out there that will monitor what they say. Or there's parental controls on computers now that you can set up so where your kids can't go on certain websites. Have a designated computer for them. If you are doing things, that's your business. You're an adult. But make sure your kids are not getting onto websites and stuff that they're not appropriately supposed to be on. And if your kid gets on or there's not a designated computer for them, lock your stuff up. Have a setting that's just for them, a password or something that's just for them, and a password that's just for you. Because your kid does not need to be seeing stuff that they don't need to be seeing. And do not get mad at them for seeing something they shouldn't. If you did not take the steps as a parent or an aunt, uncle, grandparent, whoever you are, to protect their eyes. It's our job, not theirs, to protect them from seeing stuff that they shouldn't be seeing. So, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, any stories that you'd like to tell us, please. These are some that we've faced, some that other people have faced, stories we've heard. There are plenty of resources out there to protect our kids and keep them innocent a little bit longer than they are. Again, I'm very proud of my kids because they speak up when something happens. They speak up when they see either it's happened to them or somebody else. They speak up. They've told a counselor. They've told us. They've told the right people that they needed to tell to take care of the problem. Like, this is not okay. If this is not okay, then that's not okay. And so I'm very, very, very proud of our kids for being brave enough to stand up and say this is not okay, even if they did get in trouble for it. So just, hey, this is what's going on. This is what we need to do to protect our kids. So thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.